Well, I'll say what's up, YouTube, because that's probably where it's going. um, whoop, a little wobbly there. Sorry. Uh, Update on the $400 build, I guess, or next build, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Got the back part of the car done. Basically, I think in the last video I just said I wasn't going to do it, but ended up welding that up, the key lock, because it wasn't correct with the door locks like always. So I just said hell with it. Welded it up, body worked it, got her flat, smoked the tails or the backups, uh, put LEDs everywhere except tails. Because if you do the tails, then your cruise won't work. Needs to see if you do tails on LEDs, you need to have a load resistance LED. So it kind of implements that load, I guess, like a halogen bulb does. And then my brake mod for the brake light, the LED night rider setup. But yeah, the addition, I don't know, it's just kind of weird on Marketplace. Everybody wants to sell all this stuff on Marketplace, and then you show interest, and they either get back to you or they look at the message, and then you sit there like you thumb up your ass. So I don't understand. It's like, if I don't know these people from Adam, but it just seems like some people that you try to buy some shit off of, they see your messages and, dude, you don't want my money? I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. I'm just to the point where, yeah, it's fine. Okay. Ignore it. I don't really care. But, so yeah, that was just a small little bitch. I will end up having a couple more little bitches or vents, I guess, if you will, based on a lot of these specific cars. I mean, we know a lot of these cars they're front drive. I mean, it's not like it's a race car or nothing like that. But I just seen a really cool car, and you save it, and because you can. I haven't been able to get back on this car for probably, I don't know, it feels like about 3 weeks because, I'm dealing with other things. I build carburetors, just build all kinds of stuff. So I always have my hands in, certain things. And it never changes. That's just the way I've always been. So let's get back to the video, the video update on the car. So essentially you've seen this, and then instead of the 1/8 inch outline, I opted to do a 1/4 inch, and it just looked more bold and robust and more just kind of just made more of a contrast, I guess, with the car. And then granted, down here that, the thing that sucks is this is borderline that the Intimidator, set up, and I was not looking for that look whatsoever. I liked my own unique look, is what I was going for. I've always dug the two-tone, because this was all black, as you've seen before. I think you've seen, I don't know. All the high sport stuff was on there, and it was all black to begin with. But rather than have the all, me being into, a lot of horsepower, and I don't want to say a lot of horsepower, but just being into motors in general and race cars and stuff like that. Back in the day, it was when Street Outlaws started, everybody loved that murdered out look, and I was just, it was okay. And the fact that has stuck around to the point where they have released OEM vehicles that have, black wheels, everything's all blacked out. And, I mean, there's a place for that, but I like my contrast, so, rather than keep this thing all black the way it was originally, I just obviously have changed this silver. I put the tips on that I dig, like on the blue car. This illuminates the little Chevrolet thing. chose to do it on the plate cover. The backup lights smoked. I think I already covered that, but I want to do, because like I said, I think I covered that too. It's got the 067 spoiler. I want to do those 67 tail housings, but that seems to be like, see good deals on Marketplace, and it's like such a big chore to get it done, I guess. I don't know, whatever. So in the meantime, um, I smoked them and cleared them. So everything on there is cleared. Haven't buffed anything. Is straight out of the gun, but I just have a lot more to do. So essentially what's going to happen is I've welded this rocker up with some new metal. I'm going to glass it. I glassed over it. And then I've made it to the point where I pulled all of that open cell foam out of there. If you can get to it, you need to pull that shit out of there, because it will rot the hell out of these things. And why GM thought that was something to do, I will never get. There's some, you pop the trunk and you reach way back in here, you peel back that carpet, and you reach your hand. This is all full of that open cell foam, which is my kids' cars. This is all rotted out. So I'll use a driver's fender for the quarter panel patch, which that's going to be down the road. But this one hasn't quite reached that, but you can see remnants of it starting. So I've welded that all up, got it, roughed in, I guess you could say. But I've left it open enough to where I can get up under there after I do all the body work. Obviously, I've done all the welding, but I do all the body work, and I can still get back on the back side of it where you burn weld or burnt tacks in. You can coat that so that doesn't rust either. The bottom of the doors was it was iffy, but I've saved it. I've treated it. I've just, the key is to keep it dry. But when it's a daily, I know that's kind of you can't do that. I mean, you can, but you can't. So I just basically I've used roof tar to the point where it's so thick, and it's going to play hell for that rust to come back. And if it does, it's going to be from a long time from now. So, and then of course put this, I just dig the newer SS's. And a key feature on this thing here, I found, I'm not sure it's going to be permanently attached to it. There was, on the Monte Carlo forum, there was a run of these. Oh God, I'm gonna say it was every bit of, I know it was 10 years, might have been more. Excuse me. So those roof spoilers, there was a run of them. I think there was 10, or I don't know, just a handful. Well, it's been so long ago. Well, it's kind of ironic because I sold a guy that I've bought and sold some stuff. I've sold him a grill, which that'll be a bitch later. I may have to pause this. I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to get into editing, but some of my stuff is just kind of on the fly. It is what it is, and that's about it. So, sold this guy a grill. Like 2.5 months later, he wanted to return it. I'm like, well, you're over the eBay policy for returns, and da 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 da. He's like, well, I'll send it back to you. We discussed the restocking fee, yada, yada, yada. I'm not a business by any means, but at the end of the day, we decided, and then I looked up who it was, and I realized that I had dealt with him before. So literally 2 days went by, and I got to thinking, I thought, there was a run of those. And I said, hey, you got anything for sale? Well, he's having health issues. He's kind of up there in age, and he can't finish some of the stuff that he wants to do, which is why he wanted to return the grill. Well, I started asking him. He says, well, I got a roof spoiler. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, is that from the run that they did probably 15 years ago of uh, some of those? He goes, yep. So he quoted me a price. I said, oh, yeah, that's, I'll take it. Because my thought process was I'm going to try to make a negative of it and make a mold. Because literally like 2 months ago, I messaged the guy, I resurrected that post on the forum, and I actually messaged the guy. Um, and he's like, yeah, I still got the molds. He said, but the only problem is that I need, the price is $500 now, and you have to pay that up front. And then he has to have at least 10 buyers at $500 to even start the run. So, I mean, you're going to put forth that money of $500, and then who knows when it'll be fulfilled. So I just left his, contact info in my email, and then I figured maybe I'll revisit it. Well, then yeah, this whole deal came up. It kind of sucks because when it arrived, it was damaged because USPS can't seem to freaking not damage anything. UPS ain't no better. I mean, it says fragile or don't crush. They'll fucking stack 100 pounds on it. I swear to God. That's just what it feels like. So, yeah. So that was kind of a nice addition. The thought process was obviously the whole point of buying that was basically to make a negative of it. And, yeah, just hopefully get a mold. I'm not a big fiberglass guy. I mean, I kind of am. Obviously, it's not that big a deal. I mean, I could figure it out, but I'm not like going to make this huge, run of all these products, and which is not where I'm going with this video. Is I wanted to update this build, but like I said, I haven't been able to get back to it because it's frustrating because once upon a time when I started this whole thing, and I know anybody that sees my videos, they know that I literally built this damn CNC machine to do one product. I mean, granted, I've done a lot of stuff on it. I do these, underhood braces that have the logo, Monte Carlo logo in them. But, I essentially wanted enough travel to be able to deliver this SLP copycat grill. I mean, once upon a time, everybody was just, oh my God, that's amazing. And, I'm so on board. And if you get that done, that'd be awesome. And I've even had, I think I've even covered it in the last videos. It was a deal where nobody wanted to sell me a product because, nope, I'm going to have this reverse engineered and I'm going to do this. Well, okay, first of all, you're wrong. You're not going to do nothing. You're going to take it to someone that can. Well, you never got that done. You ended up selling the product anyway. So that's what I think is funny about the way things are changing this year. I've been doing these things and trying to improve them. Dude, I literally did, I don't know, I'd say probably 25 of these by hand. That sucked ass. Yes, I'm going to cuss like Marty McFly, damn it. It sucked so bad. So the fact that I could get this in CNC form, even just the outline or the grill only, or the frame only, that was huge. I mean, granted, I still got a lot. I'll show you a little bit of it. I still have hand time involved. Well, I posted that crap on, I did a run of, I did a run of 17 of these things. That was huge, man. I got the grill material in and I was excited. And then all of a sudden I seen the same people that bitch because it wasn't available. And I can't believe that nobody's making this and da 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 da. So you actually get it done and then they still freaking hate you. I don't understand. So then they're bitching about the price now. It's like, dude, I have literally just over an hour in each grill just after you get the components cut and machined and whatnot. I still have to assemble them. I have to marry the The one that I prefer that's more accurate, like the Tony Stewart grill, I still have to assemble it basically and plastic weld the mesh material to the frame and then install the damn um, two-sided tape and make sure the thing is deburr free and make sure it looks great. Uh, and then I had these fucking people messaging me, calling me a clown and saying, uh, I want $150 for these things, and they're like, "Oh, are you high or what's wrong? I like that weed that you're smoking, dude. You know what? You're gotten too comfortable behind a keyboard because I can tell you right now, you ain't ever been punched in the mouth, and that kind of shit, I don't appreciate. While you're sitting in your chair, because I'm doing this on my own. I've done all the reverse engineering, and why is that not fucking respectable? You know what I'm saying? So." I can cuss because I'm not monetized. It don't matter. I don't get paid for this crap. I get paid to bring a product to the trade or whatever it is that I'm doing at the time, and then think I'm doing good. But then I literally had 3 people that I didn't know message me and calling me a clown and like, dude, I put 3.5 years of this freaking crap and thought process of making a user-friendly product, and I put it on my own goddamn car, and you still have a fucking problem with it? I'm confused. So the next time you want to message me and call me a clown, you better hope I ain't fucking close to you, because people have gotten way too comfortable with that crap. You don't spout your mouth off like that. I'm more respectful than that, okay? When a person's putting time into something, you just don't run your mouth, because they're going to go, what the fuck are you doing? You're bitching about this or that. It's like, you know what? No. Because that kind of crap, I'm here to tell you, is going to make them want to be done and tell you to go fuck yourself. That's the fact of the matter. So, but I've got too much time invested in this crap to give it up. So, but like I said, I'm going to shut the fan down because I'm sure it got a bunch of air noise there. So you have these 2 materials. Obviously, I've cut the grills out, or the frame out, okay? Done deal. I mean, that was the key for me, and I got that done, and I'm excited, and you people are bitching? Come on, man, Jesus. Because I'm going to challenge you, I'm going to ask you, what in the hell do you got? Because let's talk about it. And so far, I don't see nobody doing nothing. So, I don't feel you got an argument. You want to fucking run your mouth to me? You know what? No, that's not going to happen. So, backing off a little bit of venting there, I have a plastic welder that I basically, and I am not going to post this in a group because it's a shit show, and we all know that. And I've learned, I'm like, you either appreciate this or you think it's a fucking joke. I don't care. But I put a lot of time into this crap, and I think I got it pretty nailed down. There's a couple things I want to add maybe to the other run with another program, but just so you know, I have to plastic weld through this whole thing, okay? And after that's done and it looks clean, and then I look to the other side, and then if there's burrs and stuff, I come up under here with a very low temp lighter or whatever to kind of burn away the burrs. See, none of you people understand. Well, maybe some, but it's the build process. A lot of the stuff people don't understand. The products or the material has gone up big time. So I have to reflect that back to the customer, unfortunately. And granted, I've got some stuff on eBay right now that I've made different choices. I'm like, okay, so you want to bitch about this design, so I'll put 3 other designs out there. How's that? Does that make you happy? And I made them a little cheaper. The only problem with that, it doesn't match their whole car or whatever they're doing, then it'll never sell. So, yeah, it's just been really frustrating the last couple of days. I've seen people like support you and think oh, I wish somebody would do this, and then somebody finally does, and then they're like owning it and asking somebody else to step up if it's such a problem, and suddenly they basically kick you in the balls, and then you're in the corner by yourself once again. I just so sick and tired of that mentality. Um, so yeah, I mean, plastic weld that whole thing throughout the perimeter of it. Make sure it looks good. Uh, Burn away the burrs, and then come back through with. And I have a preference on the two-sided adhesive that's used on these because there's a lot of products that fail out there. That's another thing. I freaking tested all this crap internally, products in general, just so the user, if they don't know a damn thing, they don't know. Oh, it didn't stick. Well, did you clean it? Did you So you have to go through all this thought process to make a successful product, and you did, and it's still a problem. And they're going to bitch about the price, bitch about this, and you know, I'm just about ready to give it up, man. Don't do that to me. That's my bitch. Is do not allow. I've harnessed this thing, and I've resurrected it to the point where all the people that were hardcore have already got a product. And I've got a little bit of feedback, but a lot, not a lot. But everybody I asked are like, dude, this thing is awesome. It's perfect. I'm like, well, it can't be perfect right out of the freaking range, or right out of the stall or whatever you want to call it. So I'm all for feedback, but don't bust on a guy for absorbing all of the R&D, all of the thought process, products to use, what not to use. Here's how you do it. Here's how not to do it. Don't bring a guy to the point where he doesn't want to even mess with it, because even though you sell somebody's, because here's what happens is you sell somebody the product, after you're done, you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. I am fucking done. Then you've made the product unavailable again. Then the only other choice is like, and then finally you go, okay, fine, I'll sell you one, or whoever. And then they get it and they bitch about what the ain't right or this and that. Because trust me, it's happened. And my advice to consumers is just, if you see a rare item that's been resurrected, the best that it could possibly be, and keep it affordable, do not mess with that guy, because I'm telling you right now, I've seen it happen so many times. They're going to tell you, I'm done. Go find it somewhere else. And then you're left with buying an original unit for what, $300? You're okay with spending $300, $300-$400 for an original unit that maybe if you could find, versus just going on eBay and clicking it a mouse click, like 100% of the time, like whenever you need it, you just go click, $150, done. I mean, how do you discount that? But yet people still figure out a way to discount it. So I think I'm going to wrap up that bitch, because this was basically, I try not to be that bitchy person, but the last couple days has been really rough for me, as far as like, dude, where do I go with this? Once upon a time, people were on board and they thought it was awesome. And then literally with the snap of a finger, they're like, yeah, you're a clown. You're a piece of shit. And what is wrong with you? You're selling it. Like, you know what? That's fine. Go build yourself then. I don't really care. So, yeah. I wanted to focus on the car, but apparently I had something to say about this whole, what I thought once upon a time I thought was a great thing, to deliver these, even come up, this was the first design. That's why I list them. I come up with the first design and second design. I was digging that, but now I don't. But there's other people that do. I have a black, screen as well. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really know. I don't think I'll give up making them, but I'm still kind of just, yeah. The frustration's there, and it's like, well, you know what? I can't make it any cheaper. I just can't, because I would be literally working for free, which I kind of already am. When you involve materials and cost involved and time involved, nobody cares about that. They just out of the back pocket, and I completely get that. But you know what? Don't challenge a guy when he's doing everything out of the back pocket and trying to bring something back from the dead for the community. I mean, for the love of the product, for the love of the car, you know? So I think we'll just wrap her up. Thanks.